as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And some room to run now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the year.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Mills now from the 50.
Incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On play action, Mills.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Throwing Jones. Outright completes it to Jarwin. He's at the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. third down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
First down, Mills.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mills now.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you could do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On second down, here's Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll go to Barkley again, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys...
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Now Mills.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, Mills.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Jackson. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On 1st and 10, Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Play fake, Mills.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jonathan Grenard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Jones to throw from his end zone. Out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Now Jones.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jones. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They go again with Pierce. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Mills looking to throw it.
This is caught. It's Cooks.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into